Well, it was right on the buzzer, but we're going to say that I started right on time. Tell your friends. Max Konyi? Oh yeah, he starts his streams on time. At least, if not every time, at least once out of every 200 times, he starts right on time. This is one of those times. Hi, sweetie. Hello to anybody else who's here. Let me put a message. Welcome. Gosh. Feel free to say hi or ask a question or whatever you want. Nice. Okay. So I'm going to continue with, oh yeah, let's just do this for a second. Hi, I thought I was in that view already. I'm going to continue with the track I was working on last week, and then I may do a little bit of something else at some point too. Probably, hopefully. If you haven't been seeing these at all, then I'm working on this track that's sort of a, I don't know what you call it. Jazz, chilled jazz, smooth jazz, bordering on orchestral something. I don't know. Gonna continue that today. Joe Voss, been listening to your ear training videos a lot. Thanks for your work. Hey, that's great, Joe. Appreciate you letting me know. Got some interesting new stuff that I'm working on in regards to that. Hopefully will be available in the next month or so. Stoked on it. B. Jones, just bought some orchestral VSTs at the Native Instruments sale. Hey, damn, that's great. Which ones did you get, B? Nice to see you here, by the way. Welcome. Johan, welcome. Good to see you again. Welcome to anybody else who's here. Feel free to say anything you want. See what happens. Yeah. All right, so hopefully this works. I haven't heard this track in a few days now. You know, sometimes I go through a period where I just work on something constantly. I did this like, I don't know, felt like almost 10 days in a row or something like that. I definitely missed some. But now it's been some days, and I'm ready to be, I don't know. I guess I'm ready to be a lot of things. Potentially excited at what I hear, potentially underwhelmed at what I hear, potentially happy with it. I'm not actually sure. We're going to find out right now. This is the level of the drums, just so you can calibrate. Oh yeah, this is way louder than normal. Sorry. I'm going to put it down to maybe like here. How's that compared to my voice? I also noticed in a stream I did recently that I think the gate that I have on my mic is probably a bad idea. I should probably remove that. I think sometimes I end up speaking a bit quietly, and then the gate, if it's under the threshold of the gate, it pulls it down even more, and it becomes just like this nothing. So I should solve that. But perhaps not right now. Okay, here's the track. I don't know if everything's going to play properly, and I don't know what my buffer size is. 512. Let's pray. Wait a second. This isn't the right version. I redid that intro, and it's not here. When I opened this session, it said, there's a newer version or something that you might want to open. Oh yeah, it's not this. This one's called Pretty Stuff, but the one I'm wanting is called Pretty Stuff New Intro, I think. So let's close this. Sorry about that. Just played a little bit of an intro of the track. Oh, here, let me just stop that. Hey Comp, good to see you, as always. Gotta like the stream because it's free and Max is attractive. Appreciate that, Comp. Those are great reasons. Oh God, what happened? I don't know if that came through the stream. Windows was just like, something is broken. Yeah, there's the one I'm looking for. Okay. Yeah, so anybody working on music stuff recently? In terms of writing music or studying or practicing or listening? Big fan of listening. Big fan of listening to music. Let me tell you. If there's one thing I'm into. Battery's almost dead. You may drop out, have to recharge, but by golly, it's going to be spent well. That's great. Appreciate it, Comp. Some guy left a comment on one of my videos today saying, I wanted to watch this, but the noises that your mouth were making was too much, and I had to stop it. Which happens sometimes. You know, just the wrong combination of factors, especially when it's on a stream and I don't edit it. Because when I edit it after, I run it through literally a plugin that is by Isotope called Mouth Declick, and it deals with all that. Because I hate that sound as well, especially if I'm wearing headphones. But I guess this guy was really sensitive to it in this particular video, and he thought, damn it, I can't even watch it. F. Just shared some of your listening stuff to coworkers. Finally got that part of Warp Drive. Oh, okay, nice, cool. You don't like mouth noises either, but don't find you have any. Yes, very sensitive to too bad, bro. Yeah, exactly. ASMR, yeah. If he's not immediately pulled in by that, then it isn't his cup of tea. Yeah. All right, so now we've got this track. Hopefully this is looking more correct. Yeah, I think so. All right, from the top again. Let's see if it works. Yeah, I don't know about that outro, but the rest of it is pretty good. A lot of detail work that I have to do, but now is not the time for that. There's some more full-on things that I can do before I do a bunch of detail stuff. Do you produce professionally? Yeah, I mean, people do pay me to produce music on occasion. Not constantly. Not constantly. I'm a professional producer. I make professional beats. All right, from the top. I'm going to stop when I hear something I need to change, which is like every 2 seconds. We'll see. I keep thinking like right there, I need a ride of some kind. I want like a really clangy, dark ride bell. Yeah, I mean like that-ish. How do you do that? I'm playing since I was a wee lad, but my ear is trash. I know how that go. I had a real trash ear too. I'm not sure how good it is even now, but earlier on. Nobody be wanting to trade with me, that's for sure. Trade ears. Yeah, what is that? How do you do this? I also need some, used to be like a bass that comes in there or something. I keep thinking it's just lacking a little bit. Okay, well, let's just do this. And, oh, I see. Maybe more like this. And then these, I need to go like this. It's a bit heavy-handed, bro. Froggy, popping in. Don't you mean hopping in? Welcome, Froggy. Key of my hearing is B flat. B flat is the bane of my existence. Damn. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of B flat, but I'm not sure it's the bane of my existence. Okay, so bass, you know, could be cello with a pizzicato situation. How low are you gonna go? Oh, and this starts on an A, right? Oh, goddamn, can't even get down. That's the lowest A we got, and that's not gonna cut it. It's not gonna cut it. So that means I'm gonna have to bring in the big guns. Double bass. It's not single bass, it's double. Double basses. A bunch of double basses. Basses squared. Basses cubed, perhaps. Double treble, seriously. These bad boys get on the scene. Watch out. These are the frequencies we want to be participating in. But I need to set this up to be close, this to be off, full. And then, how am I mixing this? They're all individual. Okay. Yeah. So, I don't know if this is exactly what I want at this moment, but we're about to find out. Okay, I thought it was A, but it's not, because I remember now I changed key. This is C D flat. Oh yeah, that's right. The whole thing was about the changing key thing. No, the pizzicato is not going to do it because it needs to sustain. So we just need to decide which of the sustains is going to sound best. Oh my God. Concertino. Flautando, it's kind of cool. I actually naturally create those frequencies at times, just slightly more violent timbre. There's so much going on in that app. Oh my God, dad joke. How long have you been with Studio One? Me and Studio One have been together for quite some time now. We're going steady, me and Studio One. Still remember the first time we met. I don't know when it was. It must have been 2017. I think Studio One 3 was when I started with it. And I started with it for sort of a business reason, funny enough, and then ended up being like, oh, but this is actually great. Yep. So back to the mission at hand here. E flat rendered in what type of articulation? No, you're not going to let me do that, of course. Yeah, so we're going to go to flautando. Or it could have been love at first bite. Jeez. Hurts sometimes when they make it work. My God. Been with Logic since 2010. Yeah, I used to use Logic for a number of years. I really liked it. Still like it. Use Logic a lot. Cubase, Reason, Pro Tools. I guess that's it. I've used all the DAWs for work, but in terms of actually used for my own personal work, I think those are the ones. Oh, and Digital Performer. I used that for a long time. Digital Performer. Which is really obscure these days. You don't hear anybody talk about it. All right, so let's get this involved with this. I don't even know if this is a good idea, but somehow it's just keep feeling like I need to hear it. Maybe an octave lower still, I don't know. We're just gonna get it going like this. It feels good here. It's a bit heavy-handed, hey, maybe like this. Hey, Frederick. Good to see you. Good to see you. What about this? It's kind of low and heavy for this part, but maybe that's good. I'm not sure yet. Also, since it's not a legato patch, yeah, these are not gonna legato. They're not gonna legato. They're gonna do this. Doesn't sound too bad. That one was not the best, but you know. When will your vid on ear training release? Which one? Jason. Good to see you, Jason. There'll be many more videos on ear training, so when will the next one release? Good question. Currently working on a couple of projects related to ear training that will be released soon, including a whole course on it from my perspective anyway, on melody and chords and bass and rhythm and the whole shebang. Okay, so that's looking good. I just need to get some modulation involved. You know, we stay modular. Okay, so let's try. I feel like I couldn't even hear it there for a portion of it. So this could have been up here. Pretty good. I think I'm going to add a cello above it, like playing tenths or something, you know, some spread interval I think would sound probably pretty good. Actually, maybe that's already happening in the flute parts. Where's the flute parts? This, all y'all. Yeah, like that, exactly. Right, so yeah, I don't know, we can try something. If we set all these to be flautando. I'm just making sure my pitch is accurate as I listen to you make the music. It's a good idea. Benjamin, good to see you again, Benjamin. How you doing? So this is what Studio One looks like. Claire B. Composer, or Clareb Composer, welcome. Indeed, this is one of the ways in which Studio One can look. What do you use? Clareb? Tell me how I should say it, please. I'm going to add a cello part that is just duplicating this thing. And, oh yeah. Okay. Gotta go exam tomorrow. Thanks, Froggy. Good luck. Sorry to hear that. Okay, and then let's get the flutes in again so I can see what I was even doing. That's kind of nice. I was playing it suspended only, like this was sus 2 to major. But now I'm putting the major third in here. Not that note, that's for sure. Yeah, that'll do. This was a major 7 sus. So we could, lots of options there. Go either do this. Or sustain. This is just, yeah, this guy can just sustain as well. Boo. Heard Frog prefers heavily distorted scales with flat 2, flat 6, and flat 7. He's got a soft spot for a good amped Phrygian. It's probably a joke I'm not getting. Does this layout feel as natural to you as an actual keyboard or other instrument? Usually not in the mode. My God, come. It feels, yeah, of course, it feels very natural. I've been working with piano rolls since I was 15. So, looking at this and this is just, it's not like it's fast. I'm probably faster than some people with it, but it's not like it's playing an instrument. I mean, playing piano or playing guitar or whatever is far more tactile and immediate, but I wouldn't say I feel uncomfortable with it. So these guys. Yeah, it's okay. Amped Phrygian amphibian. Got it. Could be cool to go up like this. Okay, I'm into that to a certain extent. Have you ever gotten to work with a live orchestra? No. No, definitely not. Would love to. Wow, how cool would that be? Okay, so this note gets a little bit loud at this moment, so I'm just going to remake this like this, just so I can easily deal with it. Oh, come on. Yeah, in this too is too loud. Okay, so now that I've heard that, I need to hear the intro again to see if my changes make sense. I think I need the strings to come in like there. Mario Wii vibes, yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. So here with violin, we're going to go. Is that? So, with the violin. Mm-hmm. Nintendo do really have some fire chill jazz. Absolutely. I mean, I've always loved it. Even from early days, like, I mean, just Mario. But Mario doesn't sound like this. Like old school Mario doesn't sound like this, obviously. But Mario Kart, absolutely. I'm here for it. Wave Race doesn't sound like this. But Wave Race had some jazzy stuff going on, too. I don't know if you guys played Wave Race 64, I'm thinking of. Sonic, of course, different sort of thing, but I also make stuff that ends up sounding like Sonic music. But then there's also this, like, even though I didn't play those games, there's this sound that is sort of like in the JRPG world where they have town themes and the orchestral side with the accordion, which is influenced by a lot of jazz that came before it in like the 70s-ish. And I love that sound too. So that's sort of in the world where this is, I think. Okay, so this needs to be legato. And yeah. And this is kind of like completely silent at this point, so I need to deal with that a little bit. Maybe like this. Maybe if it was a stronger attack. Somebody in here is not happy at the moment. Ziahan, welcome. Yo. Sorry if I just destroyed your name. Glad to see someone so seasoned struggle with the expression velocity automation. Never ends. Never ends. Because everything's different. Every single one responds differently, and then in different contexts, it's different. Someone, you're there. Who's playing this? Someone playing a B at that moment. In that octave. Oh yeah, no, I should be playing the B, God. Yeah, because the melody, yeah. All right. Connor, yo. I dare you literally write music. I live on the wild side. So. Consequences be damned. I'm literally going to do it. Now, I got to remember, what am I doing? This is an A flat, major 7 sus. So these bad boys are going to be looking to do something like this. Perhaps we'll even hit the sharp 11 on the way down, because we're sick with it like that. Then this is going to go here, and this has become an A minor. So we're going to hold on the 7 the whole way through. Can hardly hear them. Yeah, they need to like just die more. Get the violas involved. Equal opportunity string arrangement here. Then, oh, I fucked something up. What is happening? Oh, I see. Okay. And this is going to be this to sustaining to this to this into hopefully this. Boy can hope. Could be the E natural though. that sounds probably better. But this is just not really loud enough, I'm finding. So I need to deal with that. And then just straight up go copy. Little tip, you push Control-Shift-V, it will paste in the exact same spot improperly like I just demonstrated. Like so. You can just replace your automation that way. Control-Shift-V. I mean, I probably have to do that. What key am I in? So what did I change? But it could be even... up a sixth with the big slide. Yeah, everybody's gonna get involved. You're gonna slide to here, I guess. And you, oh, are you, no, okay. And you're gonna slide to A, perhaps. Zoink. It's cool, but you can't even really hear it. I wanted like this, you know, the portamento's got to be like, yo, here I am. And actually, the voicing needs to be crunchier. Make sure I don't step on too many toes with this voicing. So you're all the way up here, you're here, but you could be here. That's cool. Still, you can't really hear it, but it's nice though. It's like this sus2 thing up top of there. What if it was here? It's nice. If it was here. A bit too bunched here. It's kind of nice to hear the A. Stick with it for now. And I'm thinking perhaps to get the sound of the glissando, we can do like a... like right at this moment, we'll just do this. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Copy this across and take it onto you. It's nice. Lots of possibilities for where you're going to slide up to. Gotta think about that. Changos. What's the name of the software? Studio One. I mean, FL Studio. I mean Fruity Loops. I mean Audacity. This is Audacity. Beta version. The A is probably better, but B. Now, what if the spread was actually A, E, D? No. This bird is back at my window, my God. Something else I really need to do is convert these flutes that I was using with BBC SO before into the individual flutes that I'm using here. I'm putting that off, but I should probably just try it and see if it just works by chance. The process of real composition is the most valuable thing to me. Thanks to you, Konyi. No problem, Raymond. I don't know how I helped you, but if I did, that's great. I'm happy to hear that. Mr. Konyi. Okay, so if I take this up to here and do this and do this. This is going to be a bit painstaking, but it just has to be done. What's going on there? Oh, I see. I just like notated it weirdly. Konyi or Konyi? Neither. Close though. Konyi. Konyi. Konyi like pony. Saxophony. Macaroni. This is a tribute to my old rap days. I used to rap. Oh, those were the days. So this needs to be this, in which case these get deleted. This. Doo-doo. So as I asked earlier, but I don't think anyone responded to me, so I'm going to ask it again. And if you did, I'm sorry. What are you working on? What are you studying? What are you writing? What interesting thing is happening in your life musically at the moment that you want to be like, this is so cool. I'm doing this. What is it? Okay, so this needs to be here. And that's here. This needs to go bop, bop, bop. Oh, there's more. This. Sounds nice. Makes you wonder how now why Nintendo music has kind of a consistent sound. Just the sound chip, or they demand it maybe. It's definitely not the sound chip if you're talking about like recent Nintendo stuff. But yeah, I mean they certainly go for a particular sound. Sometimes they really go for it, depending on the game and their first party games for sure. I love it. Hey, it's Paleac. Welcome. Been making things in 6/4. Waltz vibes are good. Underwater video game music, yeah. was just listening to a tune in 6/4 earlier, but 6/4. Yeah. 6 anything is good. And taking the route of improvise for real method. Oh yeah, I wanted to know about that. People are into it, I think. I've seen a couple things on it, but I don't really know much about it. Can you improvise for real now? Were you faking it before? Okay, then this is this. And then here we get rid of these, this. Ta-da. Okay, this is probably not going to work at all right out the gate, but I'm going to try it. And it's not terrible. What on earth is that? It's like a sustain pedal or something? Got caught or so? What is that? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that actually worked out better than I was expecting. I gotta mute this one. It's funny when they hold just a little bit longer like that. I'm not used to hearing it. I'm hearing this. This is. You know, it gives a little bit more. It's a little less fun, a little bit more commanding, which is not what the song calls for. And actually, the velocity. Oh yeah, okay. Perfect. Oh, and actually, are these at different velocities? We should make sure they're all the same. And these instruments change so fast, you don't really have to anticipate the changes like you do when you're using an orchestral library, which is awesome. Okay, this. Gets a bit quiet in this zone, but not too bad. I'm happy with the amount of work required to fix this. It's not really a problem. I found an old pair of Soul by Ludacris headphones. It's kind of fun listening to bass boosted versions of everything if you use the M40X and the HE650. Yeah, no doubt. Kicks are messaging my ears. Seriously. I know what you mean. Is this genre your clearly favorite one, or sometimes you switch to completely different styles? No, it's not my clearly favorite for sure. I love it, but if you look around the channel a little bit, I think you'll find I can't stick to one genre. I do a whole wide variety of stuff. But if I have my way, generally what I'm going to do is at least jazzy, to some extent. Jazzy, groovy, sometimes heavy. Something like that. Man, this worked out really well with these things down. It just sounds good. I'm stoked on that. New subscriber. Well, great. Welcome, Changos. Hopefully I'm not destroying your name, though that is quite possible. What kind of stuff do you do, Changos? This just sounds like doo-doo, which is this one, but it's not playing right now for some reason. So why? Why don't we hear... Oh, is this too low? No. Is it? No. Yeah, what happened to you? What happened to you? Huh. Why is the note not playing? That is the question. He, David Reed, is all about understanding the music you listen to and playing what you imagine effortlessly by a strong familiarity with the 7 notes major scale and all the modes. Sounds like my kind of dude. Maybe I should get him on the podcast. Broody, good morning, bro. Good evening here. Good morning to you. Do you have a subwoofer? I do, but it's currently not hooked up at the moment. I have a 10-inch. Honestly, I don't need it that often. And I mostly mix on headphones because I mostly do stuff on YouTube now. So I only listen on my monitors occasionally to check phase and spatial issues and reverb and all that. But generally I mix on headphones. Why? Why you not play? How is that possible? Oh, it's because the whole chord is it. Oh, gosh. Hey. Mr. Quacker, welcome. Just in time. Yeah. Save that one for me, please. That's the note, right? Oak Tree, welcome. Just randomly stumbled across the stream. That's cool. Thanks, appreciate that. I don't know if you heard the whole tune yet or not, but if you like what you heard, cool. Happy to hear it. You'll never catch him writing a minor chord like 1 flat 3 5. Only 6 1 and 3. Oh, I see. Yeah. So he's like always saying that at every moment you're just hearing the degrees of the key. He's never saying like it's the 1 3 5 of F or the 1 3 5 of G or whatever. It's the 4 6 1 and the 5 7 2 and so on. Which I can dig. Can dig it. So now I gotta keep working on getting this part moved up into the flutes. I just want to make sure I didn't change something the second time. I don't think so, do I? No, that's all the same. But I have something here. What is this? Yeah. Okay, so here, I'm gonna dupe these and put them here. So coming into that part. This hi-hat really just is getting in my face every time I listen to it. Oh yeah, actually I wanted to experiment with building this section slowly. So I'm going to take like a brute force method and then, excuse me, and then fix it in post. So to brute force this, I'm going to take, there's a cool tool here called the transform, and you can kind of like draw a box over everything, and then you can manipulate the box. Box manipulation. You heard it here first. And it sounds terrible. Absolutely terrible. So that was not the solution. Now, what if it was just these? And we box manipulate these by doing this. Let's see. Yeah, like that. Oh, God. That's a bit better. Then the kicks. Oh, yeah, we can actually bring the toms can get louder over time as well. Let's box them. Let's box them and lift them. Okay, it's a bit much. Still so heavy, my God, goodness. I can live with that. Kicks. I actually want to just tame a little bit of that kick. Everything's coming out of one channel right now. I don't have them split into separate channels, outputs. And so I'm going to just EQ the whole thing. You know, like the fundamental of the kick probably. It's not even so much the frequency in the actual kit, it's like in the reverb, the room, the kick. My ears cry from too much headphones lately. Need to get some decent monitors, Croglin. Yeah, monitors are nice for that reason. Headphones, I've never really found a pair that I can say like, yeah, this never gets tiring on my ears. Oh, you mean like you're just too loud in your headphones? That's a different story. Anyway, it's a little bit of a help. Jay, good to see you, Jay. What if you do what I would do instead? If what you would do is also what I would do, given the knowledge that you have and perspective you have, then yes. How are you doing, Jay? Good to see you. These ones at the end start to get a bit like rushed or something, but they don't appear to be, but they really sound it. All right, so I'm gonna just, this thing, I don't know about this, you know, it's a bit kind of like whatever. I don't know, could be something there. Like if this did, apparently I had this idea earlier. I must have not liked the result. Boom. No thanks. No thanks. Have you been between streams? Been good. Been real good, Jay. Real good. Just thinking about you today, in terms of you offered at some point to do some like intro stream graphic or transition or something like that. I was thinking, maybe. The clamp is a factor. Absolutely, the clamp is a factor. Absolutely. The headband rubbing on the top is a factor. At least the HD 650s are like fully over your ear. They don't sit on your ear. I can't deal with the headphones that sit on whatever you call it, your floppy bits. You need to enclose the floppy bits. Cozy little sound cave. What's it gonna be there? You know, it could be just in the middle. Oh God, sorry. You know, it's a funny combination that you never see together on the drums. A crash and a tom. How many times have you ever seen a drummer do that? Play a crash and a tom at the same time. I feel like I never see that. Probably for good reason. I'd love to do that. It's going to be a minute before I have some free time. We're in a push to get our house ready to finally move our dog up to us. Oh, wow. Been without her for a few months now. Damn, that's unfortunate. But fortunate that it's going to happen now. Cool. Stoked for you. Stoked for the dog. You're fired, and I'll find somebody else, but I'm stoked for you on that front. Yeah, it's just kind of like, here, let me fill the space for you. And it's syncopated because there's nothing there. I don't know. It's kind of cute in a way, but what if they're even higher? Couldn't think of it. I don't know I've ever seen anyone hit a tom and a cymbal at the same time. I've heard them in quick succession, but never intentional. Yeah, right? I feel like that just doesn't happen. Cymbals are allowed to go on snares. Cymbals are allowed to go on kicks. Toms are allowed to go with snares. Toms are allowed to go with kicks. Snares are allowed to go with kicks, depending on the genre. Hats with everything. Hats with toms, though? Maybe not, like you say. Maybe no cymbals whatsoever. should start doing that. Maybe it's like an untapped gem of the drum world, and like have fills that are just one hand on a tom and one hand on a cymbal. If you're brave enough, anything can go with anything. Shiva, welcome. Weekly challenge, yeah. Challenge is toms and cymbals. Make of it what you will. Do your worst. It's just the guitars are just like gling, glung, glung, you know, they're just a bit too, here I am. Something. So I had the cymbal there before, but I don't know. I'll figure it out later. Oh, I don't think, Jay, you heard the, because you weren't here last time. I think I was working on it. You see, I keep track of when you're here. You were probably here. No, I don't think you were. And I did something at the end here that I don't think you've heard yet. Something here. I don't know about this. Just keep it totally clean, or it's probably like a slowly peter some elements out over time, less and less and less. Something. Yeah, glad you like it. I like that part too. I mean, it's definitely like a little bit far from this. But, you know, it's also kind of, I like it. I like the journey. Here you're in this sort of... You know, it's some kind of adventure. It's some kind of wide world of wonder that it's bitter and it's sweet and it's happy and it's sad and it's all this, everything. And then you come out the end and you kind of feel like, shit, I got a new perspective now. There's so many possibilities for cool fills there. You know, I want this part to happen again and again and again, just so I can do like 50 different little fills. Something's not right about this though. It's like the beat shouldn't come right in or something. Could be a great spot for solo stick a few choruses. Yeah, it's totally true. It's totally true. But then I have to introduce like real instruments into this. You know, if this was sort of like this. You know, oh God, this thing is just so heavy-handed. Gotta turn the default velocity down. Default velocity, doink. I was thinking maybe like if it was the bass maybe needs to stop too or something, I don't know. Intro. Intro's new. Oh yeah, I extended this little part here twice as long. Gotta tame the frequencies on that oboe. Loud right there. Oh, it's because this is not muted. Okay. Yeah, now that I have the strings coming in here, it kind of feels like I should have horns there, but that'd be the only place in the tune where the horns are. But oh, it was the strings that I was working with. I was thinking if these started like a bit later, it'd be a bit more steezy. Yeah, like the velocity change isn't quite right. This is unrelated, but did I ever tell you about how I almost avoided the channel entirely after my first video of yours? I was watching it back and it reminded me. It was a Dorian Fusion vid. He added the craziest vocal chop before my favorite part. Yeah, that was sort of a meme moment when I put that vocal chop in. I guess you weren't there, obviously, for the actual stream. But I was looking for something stupid to do. Because sometimes you just got to do that. What does it say? Like, love to see you rocking the bass until you drop it. Something stupid like that. That was great. added to the factor. And you're like, what the fuck? Who is this guy? Why would he do that? I can't watch any more of his videos. Still not right, that thing, you know. Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you? How do you do that? Don't. I've lost it now. Had an impression of an accent and then it just disintegrated in my mind. Are you guys fans of attempting to do accents? Every time I hear someone with a different accent, I have to try to do it. Megan as well. We just, all day, we listen to streams and stuff and just constantly. It's a lot of fun. Now, what if it was more like this? Paul, Jazz Fusion. Gotta love it. Welcome, Paul. This dude doesn't know anything. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you told me. I would have thought the same probably if I came, honestly, if I came across my own video and I didn't know who I was and I was like, whoa, this is pretty banging. And then something like that happens. I'm like, You and me, maybe we don't get along. Every single time I'm in a call and I'm about to talk about something that I used to do, I used to like or used to do, I always start by saying, back in my days, back in my days, with a southern accent. Is that how you do it? Back in my days, back, back in my days. Let me tell you, these days I know that you speak in words, not emojis. You just seem so serious about the decision. Yeah. I'm serious about every decision. Still sounds stupid. Why? Because it's like too intense. It needs to be more just like this. Speaking of stuff that sounds stupid. We'll take it. We take those. Okay. Stopping for a bit. I'm supposed to be joining some friends for games. Get you in Discord. Okay. Thanks, Jay. Good to see you. Enjoy. It's just, I'm going to fix it later, but it's not right. The strings aren't right. goddamn hi-hat every single time it comes, I think. Blow my ears out with this thing. This one. Come on. How hard do you need to hit a hi-hat, bro? This even still. It's just like a madman. Jay had to leave or else he'd be rearranging the entire track. Yeah. Biting his lip so hard, it's just blood everywhere. Just kidding, Jay. I love you. It's all good. But I'm gonna poke at that forever. I just find it hilarious. Not hilarious that he does that. I just find the idea that now it's a joke. I find that hilarious. I'm totally open to people making suggestions forever. That's not a problem. Just that it's become funny now is excellent. Okay. Honestly, I'm at a point with the track where I feel like I don't want to really do any more on stream. I sort of feel like the things I have to do are so specific and I need to be so kind of in the zone about it and whatever, that the stream is not really the right place to do it. Not that I can't just, shut everybody out and do that for the next hour, but it's not really why I stream, to do that sort of thing. So I sort of feel like this is at a point where it can now be taken off and be finished. There's a bunch of things to do, but yeah, the things are too specific and they require too much testing and focused attention. When I'd rather split my attention with everybody in the chat, sometimes. Listen, you taught me in Warp Drive to set boundaries. Yeah. GG. Thanks, Sona Smart. Good to see you. I didn't know if I said hello to you earlier. I'm just going to switch to a different song for now. I also have this, I have this groove that I recorded on my phone in a voice memo that I wanted to try to make into something, but I honestly don't know that I feel like doing something from scratch at the moment. I was actually thinking today, have any of your thoughts changed at all since you made the course? Have any of my thoughts changed at all since I made the course? All my thoughts have changed in the last 2 seconds. Yeah, I know what you mean. Probably. I am actually planning to remake those courses after I make the next couple in the series, which will be made in a different way. Those ones at the time were made before I was really doing much YouTube, and also actually made for a different purpose initially. So the structure of them is not how I would do it now and whatever, but feels like Max in a time capsule. Yeah, exactly. So probably a lot of the things I would say would be relatively the same, but the way I would do it and structure the course and whatever. So at some point, hopefully this year, I'll get around to being able to do that. I love the teaching style, though. I haven't had anything like it in terms of how well I follow logic and reasoning. Great. Happy to hear it. Yeah, I think if people seem to be like me in that way, that they like to have a foundation to understand why, which eventually ends in, I don't know. But until that point, you can get a good stack of answers going, potential hypothetical answers anyway. And it does create some kind of cohesive, holistic view anyway, at least in my experience, of kind of music and how it works and whatever. Though it's hard to articulate that, of course, exactly what that is. And obviously for me, it's also just a subjective thing. It's not that the way that I view music is the way music is. But if other people resonate with it, then that's cool. I sure spend a lot of time thinking about it. But you're probably the same, right? Because you're someone that was involved with a thing that was sort of, well, I don't know. If I remember from what you were saying, you were sort of like teaching, or you're doing breakdown videos of tech stuff. I can't remember. But people who have the mindset for teaching, I don't think you can really help it. It just like anything that I learn or anything that I do immediately, for some reason, automatically is like broken down into sensible components that could be like put back together for somebody else. It just happens nonstop with everything. So I figured may as well utilize it. Maybe someone will find it helpful. I'm loading the next session right now, by the way, just so. Oh God, sorry. It's probably hella loud. It's loud for me. Okay. Yeah, enjoy breaking down complex things in simple terms. It works well with my job since I do software engineer and have to explain things to non-technical people. Yeah, exactly. Also, what I know and my interest in music theory is very limited, and I still enjoy your content, so I guess you have a good reach. Oh, okay, good to know, Sonosmart. Which sesh? It's just going to listen to the, well, now that you ask, could have done something else. I was just going to listen to the other one, the orchestral sort of hip-hop, chill-hop thing that I was working on before, and see what that sounds like, and then decide. But yeah, then you're like, which session? I'm like, oh yeah, I have other sessions. Those could be fun too. Okay, this track is louder, so I'll do the turning down over here. It'll be like this. Yeah, there's definitely some people who are at the far end. I mean, people who are more into theory than I am, and I'm pretty into it. But some people who are like really, really into it, you know, go to school and get a PhD and write papers on music theory and are kind of exploring the frontiers of various sort of aspects of it, let's say. People like myself who are really into it and want to know why, but overall it's practically for composition, and I draw a line at some point about when I stop caring, when it's no longer particularly relevant for writing music anymore. Although I shouldn't say that. I'm still big into just the sort of why and what of what is music in general, but there's a limit. And then there's people that want the fruits of theory without really caring about the why or how. Just give me sort of the Cliff Notes shortcut of put this chord there and it works. Good, got it. And then people who are not into it at all either just aren't interested in the kind of music that requires it, or have a type of ear where they don't need it and they can actually just work it all out just instinctively. So wherever you are on the spectrum, the music theory spectrum, it's a cool place to be. Cigar, hey, welcome. New to your community, finally got to watch you live today. Nice, good to see you. Welcome. I think it's nice that you marry having a good technical understanding, passion, and pedagogy. You mentioned in the video I watched today, paraphrase, just telling you guys the golden nuggets. Yeah, based on all the research, it's true. It's totally true. It's just so much, you know, it's just so much that you can talk about. So much has been written about music and theory and how to do things and why things work and whatever. And I've read a whole lot of books and done a lot of it myself and think about it and study it and whatever. So, I mean, there's only so much, even in a long course, multi-hour course, there's only so much you can say. Okay, so here's the track. Drums are like this loud. I should really try to learn some theory. Just always wanted to jump into playing. Yeah, well, I don't know. You know, maybe you should learn theory. Depends. You should only learn theory if you feel like it perhaps holds the solution to some problem you have, or that you are genuinely curious and interested. For me, that's the only two reasons. Or if you got to play with other musicians, I should say that. If you have to play with other musicians and communicate with people, it's pretty useful, that's for sure. But if you don't come up against stuff in your playing or your writing or your improvising where you think, damn, I wish I could, but I don't understand how to, or I can't consistently, if it's like this, then that's probably a good sign that perhaps you should investigate. But where it comes from or what more we don't know about music is more my jam than theory itself. So less about the practicalities of actually writing music and sort of the interplay of harmony and melody and all that, but more about the philosophical side of what fundamentally is music and how does it work and all that. Challenges are eating into theory time. Yeah. In general, which of your own limits would you say this heart emoji gets in the way when I try to read people's messages? Would you say you try to push when you work on a song? Oh, I see. All of them, all the time. The ones that I don't care that much about these days are sort of like sound design and mixing. I mean, I only care about mixing insofar as I have to do it and I want my music to sound good, but I'm only going to push it as far as I need to get the sound I'm after, roughly. And then, but on the composition side, every song is like an opportunity to just go and push out, try to push out some boundaries and see what can be found. Since I don't really have, any particular goal of releasing this music, I may do that this year, but it's not like I'm needing to think, oh, it's got to be like this, and we've got to fit in these boundaries, and I got to, it's just more of every time I do it, I think, let's try everything. A whole bunch of ideas percolate for a while when I haven't been writing music, and then get this buildup of energy, like I have to write something and use all of this, see what it does. But if I had to choose something, it's going to be harmony by far. Harmony is absolutely the part of music I'm most obsessed with and spent the most time studying, and just still to this day, I can't get enough of it, even after so many years of doing it. It's just where it's at for me, where it's at. I love melody, I love rhythm, don't get me wrong. Bass line, sound design, arrangement, it's all cool. But, when it's a life or death situation, they say, pick one. Harmony. What would you say? It's life or death right now. What's the answer? You get to keep one aspect of music, nothing else. Hey, W5, good to see you again. Always enjoy what you do. Thanks, appreciate that. Welcome. Okay, here's a track. So that's where I finished it, hey? Interesting. Interesting. Joe says, oh no, Sonosmart says, most of the 50s playlists for the challenge sound like crap, but the songs are amazing, so the mix, yeah, I know. That's the way. As I always say, I have a ton of music that I listen to that sounds like crap, you know, like on some live recording of something recorded in 1995 on a camcorder or whatever. But if the music is banging, I listen to it all the time. But if the mix is amazing and the music sucks, I just don't care. Don't care. Mix is just a polish. It's just a nice to have. Okay, if the mix is absolutely terrible, then the music needs to be really, really good. It's true. But usually if a person is able to write music that's really, really good, the mix will be at least passable. Either they've gotten someone to mix it, a nice microphone would have been used, or they have the skills. Just so you know, a male tanager has been chilling on the rope beside the suet for a long time. It's great. That's nice. Sway of the strings is satisfying. Yeah, I remember spending a while trying to get that down when I first worked on the track, because it seemed like it was pretty essential to the groove. Hood Ghibli, yeah. Still there, nice. So let me hear this part again. Sorry, that's probably loud. And what is this? Yeah, I mean, it's the same. It's just... Yeah, I mean, the strings should still be there probably. But then what happens here? Oh, yeah. So I remember now, it's been too long since I was working on this. I lost track of what my plan was. But I think... Yeah. Now these blanked out chords, these were like what I turned into the strings, I'm guessing. Yeah. Okay. So these little need to do something. Can't rewind, is that normal? Yeah, here it's normal. I do that because people often don't know how the whole live thing works, and so they get stuck like 5 minutes in the past and start responding to things that I said like 5 minutes ago, and it is confusing. So I try to avoid that. Yeah, I mean, we could just do that. Right? And then a little bit of... What's all this about? Yeah, I need to... ish, and then get this guy involved. Yeah, we could just do this. What are these chords? E, F sharp. Oh, that's why. Hey, Devin, welcome. Good to see you. I'm going to have to smooth that out somehow. I'm not quite sure what I want to do right now. Okay, so... You know what? It's just kind of lame. It's just not really working. If I just held these... It's actually not too bad. It could be like resolved. Actually, this can even hold longer because it's going to go to the F sharp, and they're part of that chord. Yeah, still need to fade them out, but whatever will do for now. I remember I wanted to like do a long melody, not like a 8-bar thing, but like a 16-bar melody or something. But now I'm gonna have to come up with a new idea because it's lost. It's all gone. So one option could be we save these last things, this stuff, for second repetition. We keep it as an 8/4 melody, and we loop this. Go back into it again. Could be okay, and the second time we come out to here, I'll try it. Honestly, I don't know. I think maybe a longer melody would be better, but let's be about it. I'm glad you guys like it. Hey, Red Sun, good to see you. Paid release on this, please. Appreciate it. Half-step movement sounds familiar. I wish I knew enough theory to explain it. Half-step movement. Which half-step movement? Sorry, it starts on that snare every time. Bang! Okay, let's just actually fade these things out because it sounds whack with them just hanging out like that. Ay, not this. Not this. This. Do I have expression in here? No. So let's add expression. You guys ever add M's into your words? Something I do a lot. We'll just try it like this first, and then get it in this one. Oops. Oh, that's right. I always forget that, Red Sun. That's so funny. You know, Red Sun, you remind me a lot of SonoSmart. Okay. Now, also the bass coming into this is a bit like like he's getting ready to be about something new, right? So he needs to not, because he's not about to be about something new. The drums, please. You know, it could just be something like that. You know, it could be something like this with a little bit of this. Get some of this involved. I can't remember what my pitch bend settings are. They ain't like that. I have a pitch bend down. Yep. So we're gonna start here and go like this. Oh my goodness. Sounds ridiculous. No. Right, oh, of course, because this is like only 2 semitones and this is like 12 or something. So you can't really do it like that. Doesn't make any sense. So instead, we have to do it like this. Oh God. Yeah, like this. Still sounds whack. God damn it. Nope. What was it originally? Need to just like, what would I do in real life? Supposed to in fake life, like I'm doing right now. I would probably like play the next note, but just play it really, really gentle. Right, like this, but just like, yeah, I can't even go gentle. You're gonna have to play it on real bass in your dreams. I never play real bass. I actually love to play bass. But the problem is, until the track is fully written, it's annoying to like play in a line and then be like, oh, I need to go actually adjust something. You have to re-record everything. So better to do it in a VST until the time comes. Yeah, like that works. It just needs to be better volume balanced. And I will do it with a mix tool. Doink. And this will just fade out. Already, in fact, it can start like this. It's not bad. It's not super, super good either, but no. I don't know. Keep it for now. Kind of gets the job done. Kind of super lame. Now then, what to do with this melody? Was I going to play it on like a flute or something? Because it's so, I mean, the piano's nice, I guess. It just is really quiet. So if it was more like this. I really love this thing where you kind of take some chord that's sort of functioning as like a cadence chord or dominant chord or something, and then at that moment you shift down some keys and you do a different dominant chord with an imitation. Probably do it too often, but you gotta do what you like. right? Like you're expecting this, but you get this. So in which case, kind of sounds like B major at that point. So then the question is what chord to harmonize that with? Use theory powers. They're in full effect right now. If we go to B, we're not moving very far away, which is fine. And we've been on a D major 7 sharp blah blah. What was it doing? It's like... something like that anyway. And then we could do A with like a... Yeah. Flat nines. Such a nice sound, but I don't often resonate with it like in my own music. You know, it's got that classic jazz sound, but if it's got a 13 on it, I can dig it. You know, that kind of vibe. Little edgier, less diminished-y sounding. Anyway, A was just one option. We could also try like that. What was I just doing? That lo-fi 2-5-1 sounding progression. Yeah, you mean just putting like with the 5 chord like that, or like this, going to that sort of deal. Suss it. I played both 7s at once. You're hearing the Mario progression. You just mean like if this thing? Oh, the game over. How does that go? I can't remember. I can't really hear it clearly in my mind right now. Anyway, back on this. Now, if that was the third of the chord, we'd be in C sharp, so we could try. And then try. Interesting. Gonna try your first course on Udemy. I think I'm feeling motivated. That's great, Carlon. You should definitely give it a shot. Let me know what you think. Happy to answer any questions. If you use the link from the description of this video, then I actually get paid if you buy it. If that's something you're interested in having happen. Otherwise, if you search it on Udemy organically, through their search engine, I get a very small cut of it. No, don't like the C sharp. How about interesting. How to look it up? If it's a Super Mario World game over 2 minor 9 5 7 5 9. Oh, is that what it is? What key was I in? D before? Oh, this thing. Something like that. I can't remember what the last set of notes is. Can't remember exactly which pitches get hit there, but something like that. Ish like that. Yeah, it's 251. Yeah, exactly. You recognize that by sound? Yeah, nice. Remember this night. Hopefully sometime in the next few years I'll be able to have a legit combo with you. Being to recognize cadences. But yeah, that's great, Comp, that you got that. I'm surprised. Just you saying that, and having the 9 on top, that's what triggered it. That's the sound, right? That's probably what triggered it for you, too. Yeah. That must be it. I don't know. I have to hear it again. Being to recognize cadences. That's great. There's a lot of great cadences. Back onto this cadence, I am trying to do something in particular here. It's a bit too, this implication is a major key, right? You hear that type of chord and you feel like, oh, we're going to this world, which I don't really want to imply here. So, I need a different tactic. Why is it that? Is that what I'm hearing? Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Da, da. Huh. So it's like some kind of B flat inversion or something. B flat 7, flat 9, sharp 9. Anyway, gotta sleep. Okay, Red Sun, good to see you as always. And then, gosh, I'm losing my place. What I'm trying to do here. Oh yeah, I could go like straight to this. No, I can't. If it was a flat 13, like... So someone earlier was asking about like where do you like to push the boundaries when you do stuff, and this is it. Like there's so many options that I know that could work here that I've done before, but that's not fun, you know. It's like you want the feeling of exploring. I want the feeling of exploring out on the edge, looking for something I haven't heard, something I don't know. Then what if it was this and it was more like... Problem is it's going to go to E. I see. Interesting. How good and or not good is AI at translating these emotional scenic descriptions to progressions? To actual progressions, not good. But to, like, ideas or chord types that you could use, good. Because it can just sort of draw upon draw upon, anyway, some data that humans have said that this feels like this, and this feels like this, and these chords are good for this. And so it can kind of just synthesize and regurgitate that. But if you're trying to make it actually write a progression, it has a really hard time with that. And it's going to steer you wrong, probably. At least that's been my experience. Not that I'm using it to try to generate progressions for myself. I'm just curious how well it can do it. Can it be a learning tool for someone to type in and say, hey, I want something that sounds like this? No, not yet. But Joshua just mentioned to me today a different LLM that is called Musician Chat or something. It's sort of like GPT, runs locally, but it's designed to deal with music theory and music composition. I haven't tested it yet, but pretty curious about that. All right, I gotta just play this again. I've gotten like lost here. Yeah, I mean, this little cadence thing here, it obviously like ends it. So it does need to come later. I don't think it should really be here at the moment because I do want to hear more of this string bit. But what do we want to hear? Also, I need an opinion on this from anyone who wants to give it. I'm honestly pretty iffy about this. In particular, the piano. The rest of it, I'm fine with, and I think it makes a nice contrast, especially coming out of here. It's a particularly nice feeling, that transition there. But this... just the constant like swing thing, you know, I'm pretty iffy on it. I don't know if anyone in the chat has an opinion on that. Feel free. Dig into it. Tell me you love it. Tell me you hate it, or you're indifferent to it. Because I don't know what to do with it at the moment. I need some kind of input. I'm gonna mute it for a second and see without it. Maybe a different sound, cooler without like the vibe switch. I think that it's the pattern that's the problem. And are you dropping frames on me or me? I don't know. Sometimes I mean, no, I have dropped 199 frames throughout the whole stream so far in 2.5 hours. 199 frames. Out of how many? How many frames have I had? I guess I don't see that statistic right here. I had. Like it could be piano just doing something else. I think it's a little bit empty without anything. Dropping frames till you looked at it. Maybe back and forth on sparser piano so you can hear the background stuff, yeah. When it's constant, it's the focus. Yeah, absolutely. So don't know what to do with it. Like, hit the stabs. It definitely fills that out a little bit. I don't mind that. Maybe even less. Super chill. It's just like without it, it needs something. To me, it just feels kind of like a section that is missing something. That's what it feels like. want that. But like if it had a... like, yeah, I guess I decided I wasn't gonna like use synths in here, but I can almost hear there being like a synth that goes that sort of deal. Okay, comp, nice to see you. See you soon. About that IRL bass and do that. what about the bass and do the synth part? Or what I was beatboxing. You mean copy this part, but with the bass? No. Not what the bass is currently doing. No, I don't know what you mean. Sorry. I don't know what I mean either. I don't know what I need to do here. It doesn't feel right to me. Like a bass sound that is the melody. The current bass is cool, but very in the background. Yeah, it is very in the background. So a more active bass part that sort of like fills the gap and is the focal point, perhaps. It really feels okay without adding anything to you. Play your IRL drums. Love the flute melody. Nice. Now, the IRL drums are just cardboard cutouts. From any other angle except, you know, this. There's nothing there. One day I'll have a nice electric kit and can actually play, but the IRL drums are just not happening, as you're well aware. Just to hit the snare once blows the room up. Going to leave as well, looking for that chorus. Okay, Kroglon, nice to have you here. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I need to hear it like tomorrow or something. Having the piano removed is like messing with my brain of what the part was. And now I can't tell. It just feels like it's wrong. But I think the idea of a bass melody could be cool here. Like... bass is probably pretty constant here. So it'd be kind of like more of that, but I guess we have a bit punchier. Something just worked out with that transition. Every time it comes around, I feel like, breath of fresh air. Which probably doesn't say too much favorable about this section. Breath of fresh air. The fuck? That's wild. I'll probably just stop soon. I should come back to this another day. Thing is that this bass is, I can't go down to that octave. Getting some white wheel. Yeah, weird. Okay. Yeah, we'll leave it there for now. Okay. Thanks, sweetie. Yeah, happy that the other song is at a point where I'm kind of done doing it on stream, which means it can languish on my hard drive for the next eternity. This one's not at that point yet, so it'll be next on the chopping block. Oh, bird just dive bombed my feeder. Languish, yeah. I'm going to set up a day or even maybe two. We'll see. There of weekly stream times. Megan was encouraging me on that, and it's probably a good idea. I should try it out. That are a consistent at least one time, if not two times. Maybe it grows stronger on your hard drive. Yeah. It's like wine, it's better with age. This song was made a decade ago. Oh. So much sweeter. Just go back and listen to my first tracks. They must be just sounding amazing by this point. Access PC aged for 10 years. Yeah, exactly. The files on this hard drive have been aged in a dark, cool place for the last 15 years. Pull it out of my garage. Okay. Okay, appreciate everybody. I'm going to be back sometime. I'm going to set up a stream schedule sometime. We'll see. Yeah. I need to really finish a few things. I have so many things that are sitting just right here, 99% done, or 99%. Some good stuff too. It's just, like I say, it's not streamable, that aspect of it. Starting new stuff is always more fun. I got no reason to not do it, other than I should probably finish it. But I would need to set aside time and just do it on my own. We'll see. I'll probably find something new and fun to work on next time instead and do that for the next month. We'll see. Okay, appreciate you guys. Have a good rest of your day wherever you are. See you soon. Bye-bye.